damn it, last year we had nothing but failure after failure with Quantumania and the Marvels. The only thing profitable that we had was Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And now James Gunn's over there running DC now. We haven't had a billion-dollar hit movie aside from No Way Home, but the greedy jerks at Sony took most of the money. Now our big bad of this phase is now facing allegations. What is going on? We used to be the most profitable company out there. We used to make billions of dollars. And now no one's out there going to watch our films. How could this be? Well, sir, I think it's because we're pretty much not respecting the characters that people know and love. And plus, we're doing the multiverse, which kind of ruins any sense of danger for these characters. Anyone else? Well, sir, I think they're just racist, sexist assholes that don't see our vision. Yes, you're completely right. Now, how can we get the audience back? Sir, we just heard that Deadpool and Wolverine hit $1 billion at the box office. We got ourselves a hit. Wait, I have an idea. Hey, Robert, how you doing? Hey, listen, I know you said you were done with us and everything, but how would you like to come back as a different character? And don't worry, we will pay you extra, and we will give you a nice house and a private jet. How does that sound? Great, I can't wait to announce this at Comic-Con. Gosh, what happened to Marvel lately? They used to be a juggernaut, bitch, at the box office, and now they barely can even cross 500,000. This year alone has been a disaster. I mean, you still have Fantastic Four in theaters, and we'll see where that goes in the end, but it doesn't look good. But you've had films like Captain Falcon, Brave New Order, Thunderbolts, all under 500 million. And how did we get here? What started the downfall of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? I would say it all started once Kevin Feige said that he would focus on having more female characters. Now, that's not entirely a bad thing. I mean, there's a plethora of female characters that are great, and majority of them happen to be in the X-Men, which at that point, after Endgame came out, they had the rights to X-Men and Fantastic Four. They got pretty much the most popular female characters at their disposal. But having more female characters in the MCU didn't specify that they were going to gender swap male characters. Half of the Eternals gender swapped. Scarlet Scarab or whatever gender swapped. Silver Surfer gender swapped. Oh, but it's Shia LaBeouf, so it's a different character. Yeah, who gives a shit? Still is a gender flip. But prior to Phase 4, they actually were starting to do gender swaps. Marvel is a victim of gender swap. And it was at that point that I feel like 2019 was the start of the MCU's downfall. Now, there was still some hype with Endgame, and there was still some hype from Far From Home. But once you saw the scene where Sam Wilson takes on the mantle of Captain America, you knew the direction that they were going with. They were going to take the worst era of Marvel Comics, which was the all-new, all-different era, and they were going to bring those characters in. Characters like Ironheart, America Chavez, Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel, all these characters that nobody gave a fuck about and didn't sell. They were going to adapt movies and TV shows of them. But that's just one issue of the MCU. The big reason why the Multiverse Saga is failing so hard is because it doesn't have a direction. It almost looks like they didn't have like a roadmap of what they were going to do for this saga. I mean, you have like so many Disney Plus shows and so many movies out. Out of all of them that have focused on the multiverse, only a few of them have tackled it. Loki, What If, Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange Mom, Deadpool and Wolverine, the post-credits scene of the Marvels. That's it. You look at the Infinity Saga. The first phase was pretty much the origin story of the Avengers. You had an Iron Man film, you had a Hulk film, you had a Captain America film, and you had a Thor film, and they were all origin stories. And then they had the big team-up movie with the Avengers. But the post-credits scene teased at what they were going to do later on. And that was, of course, Thanos and the Infinity Stones. And through most of these movies, they would have like an Infinity Stone as a MacGuffin, and sometimes even appearances from Thanos. And all the characters that would appear in every single film would appear in Infinity War and Endgame, because they knew who the main players were, and they knew who the main villain was. Now you look at the Multiverse Saga. You have characters like Agatha, Ironheart, America Chavez, Ms. Marvel, Kamala Khan, Moon Knight, Wonder Man, and they're probably not even gonna be in Doomsday or Secret Wars. So what was the point of introducing them in the first place? I know, Moon Knight and Blade were supposed to introduce the Midnight Suns. Kamala Kamala Khan, America Chavez, and Kate Bishop were supposed to introduce the Young Avengers. And sure, they might have planned them to appear in those movies, but everything's fucking changed. And of course, we gotta talk about the villain, which was supposed to be Kang the Conqueror, but once the allegations on Jonathan Majors happened, they scrapped all of their plans and went with a choice that should have been the main villain in the first place, Doctor Doom, or the Beyonder, but Doctor Doom, because Doctor Doom is very iconic. Like I said, they already had the rights before Phase 4, so they should have made projects on X-Men and Fantastic Four right away, but they didn't do that. Now here we are, with no buildup of Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom, aside from the post-credits scene of Fantastic Four. That's all you get. And another reason why people are not sticking with the MCU anymore is because there's too much shit to watch. You have the Disney Plus shows you have to watch for certain movies. Hey, you want to watch Thunderbolts? Oh, you gotta watch Black Widow, Falcon and Winter Soldier. You gotta watch Ant-Man and the Wasp. And most people might not even have Disney Plus, so how are they gonna watch it? How are people gonna watch the Captain Falcon movie if they haven't seen the Falcon and Winter Soldier? Heck, even Hideo Kojima was confused when watching that movie. It just feels like too much homework. Now, I don't really have an issue with it myself, but normies are gonna be annoyed by this. So now you lost the interest of the normies. As for the comic book fans that have read Marvel comics their entire lives, you've lost them when you were doing the all new, all different Marvel. And another thing that I also want to point out is that they hire a bunch of morons that know nothing about the source material, nor do care to research for the project that they're working on, because Marvel themselves don't let them. The only one that got away with it was Bo DeMaio for X-Men 97, and he got fired for it. And out of all the projects that they've done, X-Men 97 is easily the best thing that they made, and it has nothing to do with the MCU. And also, you can't forget how they treated the VFX artists. The reasons why their CGI looks like garbage, because they were given a limited time to complete them, because they wanted to pump out as much Marvel content as possible every year, and unfortunately the end result is shit. Whew, man, that is a lot of things wrong with Marvel, and I probably forgot some. Some people will blame bad writing, some people will blame streaming, some people will blame this and that. And at this point, just say all of the above. The MCU that we knew is gone, and all they have left is nostalgia. Why do you think films like No Way Home and Deadpool and Wolverine made $1 billion? Because it revolved around nostalgia. And they're looking at that and they're like, maybe we should keep doing that. Thus, Doomsday and Secret Wars will be $1 billion hits. But after that, what is their game plan? X-Men? Good luck with that. Hopefully it turns out great. But I don't even think X-Men has much relevance anymore. I mean, a little bit more than Fantastic Four, which is unfortunate, but we'll see. Anyway, I will end the video off here. Like and subscribe. And as always, let's hug it out. And also, where the hell is Blade?
There's only been one Blade. There's only ever going to be one Blade.